So yesterday we looked at parabolas in standard form. I'm going to flip back here so you can remember this slide. We have ax squared plus bx plus c. We found the vertex by taking negative b divided by 2a. We plugged it in to find the y value. Today we try to find vertex form. A times x minus h squared plus k. The vertex happens to be hk. So you have a horizontal shift, you have a vertical shift, you find the location, it's easy to graph. So let's try one of those. Notice this problem, x squared minus 6x plus 1. You see that in this situation, it does not have a completed square. We would like to place it into vertex form. So I have f of x is equal to, I would take x squared minus 6x, and I would put the plus 1 right here. I must decide what number I add to complete the square. What number is that? 9. Is everybody okay with that? Now, here's what you will fight and resist. Okay? Here's what's going to happen. If I add a 9 to one side, I need to add 9 to the other side. But there's not like another number over here to add it to, right? There's nothing to combine it with. I mean, if you added the 9 over here, eventually you would just have to subtract it back over. So instead of adding 9 to both sides, I can actually just add 9 and subtract 9. Now, if you look at this, the reason why this is fully acceptable is because I have added and subtracted 9 to the same side of the equation. What's the net change of plus 9 and minus 9? The net change is 0. And if the net change is 0, we haven't changed the equation, have we? So therefore, this factors to f of x is equal to x minus 3 quantity squared minus 8. The vertex is simply just the horizontal shift and the vertical shift. So what is my vertex? 3, negative 8. Parabola goes up. Parabolas either have maximums or minimums. Because this parabola goes up, it has a minimum, and the minimum value is negative 8. What do you think? Yep. I'm not going to ask you to find the x or y intercepts. Simply place it in the vertex form. Flip it over to the next page. So we are going to do 2 more problems and you have time to work. So we did an easy problem. Now we're going to try something that's not necessarily easy, but not necessarily difficult either. What's different about this one? Okay, so I'm going to write as f of x is equal to negative x squared plus 4x. You want to have a completed square. You can't complete the square if you have a negative out front. F of x is equal to, take out the negative, and you're left with x squared minus 4x. Everyone okay with that step? So what do you add to complete the square? 4. Shelby is correct to think that you would subtract 4. However, I want a net change of 0. Consider this. Because of the negative, it's actually a negative 4, isn't it? So therefore, we must add 4 in order to have a net change of 0. You see that? You must consider whatever you factored out. The true value of this 4 is negative 4 because of the negative. That factors f of x is negative x minus 2 quantity squared plus 4. So what is the vertex? 2, 4. This parabola go up or down? No. Does it have a maximum or a minimum? A maximum of? Max of 4. Last one. Let's get complicated. How do you feel about that, Caitlin? Great. Thank you for your enthusiasm. It's contagious. YouTube, I just got eyes rolled over at me. It's okay. All right. Ashing, okay? Need like a overcoat or something? All right. F of x is, where do you think I start here? I factor out the 2. 2 times x squared minus 3 halves x. I want to actually add a number in that place, so I'm just going to put the minus 1 over here. Now, some people get really angry, like, well, you didn't factor 2 out of 1. I don't have to. It's not sitting in the parentheses. If that bothers you, just try multiplying the 2 back through. You're going to get exactly what you have sitting here. So how do I determine what number I add to complete the square? Very good. Take this, divide by 2. So 3 halves divided by 2. I multiply by the reciprocal, and you get 3/4 squared is, I'm sorry about that. 3/4 squared is 9/16. So we add 9/16. Because of the 1/2. So 3 halves divided by 2. Instead of dividing by 2, we multiply by 1/2 and we get 3/4. Then we square that and we get 9/16. Good question. I have to maintain a net change of 0. What is 2 times 9/16? 18/16 or 9/8. So we want to have a net change of 0. What will you do? Subtract 9/8. So I have f of x is 2 times x minus what? 3/4 squared. The 1 is 8/8. So negative 8/8 minus 9/8. The vertex is 3/4, negative 17/8. Problem goes up or down? Does it have a maximum or minimum? There you go. You have lots of time to work.